But I just had a thought, man, and every time I have a thought, I want to share it with you guys. You know, I realized that time doesn't wait for nobody. I mean, a lot of times we know this, but I was watching this sunset, and I was like, man, we got time. The sunset literally set in like 2 minutes, you know? It was crazy. And I just had that thought, like, wow. Like, today is the day that you said tomorrow, you know? And then today's going to be the day that ends up being yesterday. And I hope y'all follow me with that, because a lot of times we always say tomorrow, we always say next week, we always say next year, or next time, or next, and we live a next life. We're always waiting for the next opportunity, the next moment, the next chance, the next this, the next that. And a lot of times that next comes, but we're still not ready. Or a lot of times the opportunity passes us by. And so I want to challenge you guys, man, not to live in procrastination. And, you know, to me, there's a difference between patience and procrastination. Patience is a talent, and I really feel that it is a talent. But to me, patience is working hard every single day. You know, putting in the work that you want to do. You know, nothing happens overnight, but you got to work every night in order to live your vision, in order to live your purpose. I'm living my purpose. Thanks to God, only to God. You know, no credit to myself. All glory goes to him, but I'm able to live my vision every single day. I'm able to make these videos and inspire you guys through my life. But it took patience. It took me working hard, but also waiting on God's timing. That's patience. But see, a lot of us, we use procrastination and we say that's patience. Procrastination is this: not working hard at all, right? Not working hard at all, and then letting time go by, saying next week, next year. So it's time for you to work in patience, but not procrastination, man. So wherever you're at right now, wherever you said that I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna get off this drug, I'm gonna start eating healthy, I'm gonna start going to the gym, I'm gonna start this vision, I'm gonna leave this relationship, I'm gonna start this, whatever it may be, stop saying what you're gonna do, because tomorrow isn't promised. I share this all the time. 150,000 people die each day. Tomorrow isn't promised. We're not guaranteed to see another sunset. That's why I come out here and take it in. People are like, why do you watch sunsets? Because I'm blessed to be able to see this. It reminds me that I had another day, another chance, another opportunity to give my best and to give my greatness to this world. And so with you guys, whatever it is that you're doing, go do it. You might not have it all figured out. You might not have it all figured out. You might not say, well, everything isn't lining up, or I don't have this, or I don't have that, or all my plans. Sometimes we plan too much, right? We plan. We wait on certain things to align. Those things never align. I'm gonna tell you the best way to do it is just to go do it. You have an idea, go act on it. And as you're progressing in life, maybe an opportunity comes, maybe you adjust, you know, maybe somebody walks in your life, maybe a door is open, etc. But you gotta go out and do it. You gotta take the first step. You know, nothing is feasible, nothing is achievable without taking the first step. So it's time for you guys to go out there and get it, man. It's a Friday night for most of you guys, and a lot of people are gonna waste the weekend. You know, it's funny to me that, well, it's not funny. I'm blessed to be at a point where the weekend is just another day for me. And I understand you have 9 to 5s, you work during the week. But I know when I had those 9 to 5s, for me, the weekend wasn't a time for me to rest, wasn't a time for me to chill, wasn't a time for me to relax. And to each his own. I mean, if you're happy doing what you do it. I'm not saying that's, but to you out there that say, I want more, I'm tired of this, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, how you spend your weekend tells a lot about your life. I mean, if you're not progressing, you're not going to get nowhere. You're not going to get closer to what's meant for your life. You have to put in the work. Nothing happens overnight, but everything changes overnight. Nothing happens overnight, but you got to work every night. RehabTime started with me on conference calls, man, like 10, 15 people. It started with me doing workouts. It started with me working on me. You know, it started with me being consistent all this time, and now it's at a place to where the world knows about it, but I still got a lot of growing to do because my best can always get better. So for you guys out there living in procrastination, wake up. That's my message to you today. Wake up and stop sleeping on your life. Stop pressing snooze, right? Stop pressing snooze. Tomorrow.
That's my favorite
next time. Snooze. You're going to end up pressing snooze so much that everything is meant for your life going to end up passing you by. And instead of living your dream, you're going to be satisfied with dreaming it. And to an achiever, to an entrepreneur, to a go-getter, to a grinder, to a soldier, whatever it is you want to call yourself, being good with just dreaming it is not good. You know, we never want to be good with that, man. We want to be good with living it. Turn that dream and that vision to a reality, man. Anybody can dream it. Anybody can talk about it. Anybody can have a vision about it. But it takes a special person to put in the work through faith, to put in the work through struggle, to put in the work through challenge, to go out there and get it, to go out there and do it. And I encourage you guys to protect your peace. It doesn't depend on the environment. Yes, the environment does help. But when I say protect your peace, protecting your peace is less about the environment and more about the mindset. Yeah, getting to an environment where it's not a lot of things around definitely helps, but I wish I was in Virgin Gorda right now, honestly. You know, I wish I was back there again, but I took those moments, I took those memories with me. And I'm able to come to places like this and relax and really protect my peace, man, because some of us are living in constant chaos, constant confusion, dysfunction, and we're not able to operate our life. We can't even see what God has for us because we're too busy trying to fight, you know, our demons, trying to fight our enemies, whatever it may be, our haters, and we have all this confusion and drama in our life. So get to a place where you can just focus, where nothing else exists except you and God and your vision. But what questions we got out there, man?
How to vent his frustration and anger.
Vent it?
Vent it, positive way.
Like vent it?
Yeah, like how to channel it.
I would say it's definitely meaning, man. You know, one thing I do, because I get frustrated, I get angry. You know, a lot of people don't think that. I have hard times, I have struggles. But what works for me is protecting my peace. It's coming out to places like this. It's talking to God, or it's finding a friend that I know I can talk to, that I know that can be honest. It's going to work out. It's going to let it, and it's also changing the meaning of the situation. So if I can't change the situation, I'm going to change the meaning towards it. So say somebody's talking negative about me, right? And I can't control that. But what I can control is maybe they're hurt. Maybe they're in pain. Well, they can't stop me anyway. And so I tell myself these things and I go out and release it. So it's different fire escapes for different people. So you got to develop those fire escapes, those exits, I like to call them, in your life. When danger arises, where do you go to? The Word of God. Where do you go to? The gym. Where do you go to? A mentor. Where do you go to? Yoga. Where do you go to? Running the trail. You know, let it out. Let that frustration out, because when you hold those things inside of you, it's only dead weight that you're carrying. If you ever carry weight on your back, you know how heavy it is to move with it. When you let it go, you know how light it is. A lot of us are carrying a lot of burdens when God says the burdens are his. Give our burdens to him. So release it to him. Pray and let it go as best as you can. And it takes time, man. Don't expect change to happen overnight. Just fall in love with progression.
Lady wants to know how to find your calling. You got the drive, but how do you know what it is you're meant here to do? I got the same question. I struggle with that too.
All right, this is a good question. I get this a lot. So how do you find your purpose? I feel like there's different ways, and I'm gonna just only can talk about how I found mine. People use the word, how do I find? And if you break it down like I do in a lot of things, the word find means you're searching. And I realize that when we search for things, we search in this world most times, right? We search for a job, we search for in a person, we search. And a lot of times we end up empty, or a lot of times we end up doing things that aren't really meant for our life. And so I realized this, you don't have to search for purpose, because purpose you were already given when you were born. So you are purpose. It's not something you search for. You, the watching this, the person asked that question, me, I'm a purpose. Rehab time, yes, it's an avenue for me to live my purpose, but it's not necessarily my purpose. I'm my purpose. But rehab time is the avenue for me to be everything I am, everything God called me to be. So in saying that and realizing that, it's about tapping into who you truly are. The question I ask people all the time is this, and this can help you make decisions in life. If you were the only person in this world, and that would be very lonely, but just hypothetically speaking, if you were the only person in this world, right, what would you do? If you're the only person, right, no opinions, no measurements, no attachments to anything. If you were the only person in this world, what would you do? What lights you up? What would make you feel happy? What would make you feel fulfilled? And see, a lot of times we know that, even growing up as a kid. You talk to a kid, they know what they want to do, right? They say, I want to be this, I want to be that. But as we grow older, we start to measure. And we start to say, well, we start to compare, well, I can't do this because of my past. I can't do this because of that. And so I would ask you that question. If it was just you in this world, what would you do? Second, I would tell you to understand what you went through in your past. Because the reason I'm able to help people is because I went through a struggle, right? Because I went through things in my life. I know how it feels to be down. I know how it feels to lose your everything. Mine was football. I know how it feels to be depressed. I know how it feels to be stressed. I know how it feels to have suicidal thoughts. I know those feelings far too well. I know how it feels to live in a struggle. And the reason I'm able to talk to you guys about getting through it is because I've been through it. I've been to my rock bottom. My rock bottom changed my life. So the question I would ask you right now is, what have you been through in your past that you survived from? What have you been through in your past that you thought, why did I go through this? Because usually you go through things, right, not for you. Listen to this. Usually you go through things not for you, but it's a bigger picture than you. Your purpose is not about you. It's about affecting other people outside of you. So I would challenge you to do those things, you know, realize that you are purpose, understand your gifts, and you have gifts, understand your talents. And sometimes you don't understand your gifts until God leads you there. Like with me, I didn't understand I could speak and talk to people. Like I was a quiet person, but he gave me the platform, the opportunity to do that. So I hope that helped a bit. But just the things that you've been through, because you can help people get through that. I mean, it's like handing somebody a map and saying, like, this trail we're on. If I told you to come out to this trail and I said, this is how you get here and there, you would listen because I come out to this trail 3 or 4 times a week. But if I was a person that never came out to this trail ever and I said, look, this is how you get here, you probably look at me like I was crazy, right? Because I'd never been through it. And so by you going through things in your life, it gives you the opportunity to draw the map out for people to say, look, I've been where you're at. This is how you get through it. This is how you bounce back. This is what you got to watch out for. So give your pain a purpose, right? Give your pain a purpose. Give your pain a reason. Don't just let your pain stay in the past and paralyze your life, right? Use that to build your platform. My platform was built off of pain, honestly, man, just to be real with you. Just trying to take it to the next level, man, trying to inspire you guys. And I hope you guys look at me as inspiration in a way of like saying like, man, Trent just a normal person that just decided to tap into his purpose. Like when I'm at my best, I'm tapped into everything that I feel like God has blessed me with as far as who I am at my core. And that's what I'm speaking. That's what I'm inspiring. I'm reaching down deep inside of me and just being who I am. Like I'm not thinking about what people are going to say, what people are going to think, how people are going to react, what message people want me to bring. I'm just naturally going from my heart. And when you work from the heart, magic creates. So I just want you guys to do more of that. You know, focus on impact, not numbers. You know, focus on helping somebody out. Focus on doing good. And when you focus on those things, the right things, God will bless your life. And blessings don't mean thousands and millions of followers. Blessings don't mean a nice house and nice cars. Blessing means just life. Just want to tell you guys, go be great. I want to check in with you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate the support. And I'll talk to you guys soon, man. Love.